What's up, everybody? Brian Myers here with the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast YouTube channel. And today I'm back with another vintage unboxing. Well, recently on the podcast it was discussed that Zach and I were on a European tour and it gets rather boring on some of those bus rides and stuff. So what do? You take out your phone and you go through the eBay app, and he challenged me to make a purchase. Of course, I didn't just do that without caution. I made a couple best offers and woke up to some wins to my pleasant surprise. So I'm here to share those with you. And they are, boom, for the first time ever on here, 2 vintage TNA wrestling figures. We have a Series 3 Raven and I believe a Series 8, Series 7 Dvon, or Brother Dvon. So obviously and admittedly I am the biggest ECW fanboy, so here are 2 ECW wrestlers represented in the TNA line by Marvel Toys, formerly known as Toybiz, that made the WCW figures that we all know and love. We discuss these from time to time, not that often to be honest with you on the podcast, and Matt and I both agree they're rather very underrated wrestling figures in the history of wrestling figures, and I don't know why that is, but in the short time they were around, I mean, they made some really cool stuff. As you can see here, this is Raven. I think this one's a little cooler than the Series 1 Raven that came out. It's got a little bit more detail. I dig that he's the longer hair. Obviously, Raven shaved his head in the early years of TNA because he lost a hair match, and then he just went and grew it right back out. So to me, I'd rather have the long-haired Raven, the more traditional Raven, the one you'd expect. I don't know why his shirt is photoshopped there. Clearly he did not wear just a plain black shirt, but it's gone. And actually it's gone there too on the back of the box. As you see, the rest of the series there, the Alpha Male, Monty Brown, AJ Styles, Chris Sabin, and this Raven happens to come with a straight jacket. So since he came first, Series 3, let's have at him first. And this is also, as you can see, the original packaging. I believe this ended at Series 4. Series 5 switched to this a lot more dynamic packaging. Actually, I think this is very eye-catching packaging. But here we go. Alright. Cool little paper insert. Actually, look at that. The tape is so old, it's just like kind of rotted out of there. So I guess that was originally stuck on. Oop, same as this one. See there, some cool action shots of Raven, entrance poses and whatnot. People tend to forget Raven was pretty big part of early TNA days, and he was one of the first guys to jump. Well, I mean, he was let go from WWE, but to debut and make a big splash, you know, which was cool. We have some twist ties here. A lot of twist ties, actually, which is what's slowing me down, so I'm trying to motor through these for you. Wow. About 7 of them, holding in everything, including the jacket, which, you know, for a min-on-card thing, you appreciate us let them breathe people, just, you know, something to annoy you. All right, 2 more. All right. Last one, it's a little tiny one, holding in the straight jacket. All right, cool. Let's get them out. All right. Nice. I always dug these TNA Ravens because they had all his tats, which old school Raven figures really didn't have any, and he didn't really have that many then anyway. You know, he has the Rust Never Sleeps tattoo right there on his right bicep. I believe is a Neil Young song, or a line from it. You can see the cross on his chest. Some cool stuff. He's got even has that back piece there, that dragon. So cool. You know, necklace, eyeliner, real sad emo Raven. Detachable skirt, which he worked in famously in ROH and TNA. This one underneath has plain black bikers. He's got the kickers. Pretty cool. Does this have any kind of... He does. Okay. Pull back on Raven's arm and release for uppercut punching action. Ready? Oh yeah. Oh my God. Shades of Cesaro right there. Pretty cool. It works. See, I like action features like that. You know, he doesn't have a lever or anything to do that. You know, it doesn't mess with the cosmetics of the figure. Yet I guess you can still get a little something for those that want to do that kind of thing. You hear that snap? And I do remember when these came out. Come on, stand for me. He's got jointed ankles. It took a little while to get him standing there. And here's the straight jacket, which is cool. I remember when this came out, I don't ever recall putting it on the figure because I really don't think the figure's arms would bend the correct way to wear a straight jacket. It's still a cool accessory nonetheless, you know, full cloth, fairly detailed. Looks like it would work. It's just, like I said, an action figure's arms aren't gonna bend the way a human's would, so kind of doesn't matter. Moving on. The real reason I picked up this guy is because he was the producer on the said European tour that I was just on. I always thought this was kind of cool, yet not. But the other guys in the series, Steiner, who is Mr. Bobby Roode himself, Matt Bentley, and Dvon, the other guys in the series would be there on the packaging. So, and of course, the guy who is in the packaging is there. So it's unique. I don't know if I love that or I don't like it at all. I can't really decide, but it's unique, to say the least. Like I said, packaging is very cool. It's almost 3D, no pun intended. I just remember it's a little bit more frail than that old school packaging. It would fall apart a little bit easier, which is good for me right now because it's opening. Whoa. There's that. Of course, what is a Dudley Boyz figure without a table, a breakable table? Team 3D. Nice, works. Here's a little cool little tidbit. These later on TNA figures, I don't know if people realize this, it looks like it's just the header of the packaging, but it's actually a sticker inside. You can keep that, put it on your skateboard or something. And here's Dvon. Again, he is completely zip tied in here, or twisty tied in. I'm gonna get him out. Yeah, these figures, I mean, this one here has 31 points of articulation. So think about it. I mean, these guys were kind of ahead of their time in the sense that this is what Mattel Elite would become as far as that. As far as posability and things like that is what I really, really, really love about this figure is that right there. The famous Dudley Boyz 3D signal right there in his hand. I don't even know if there's any other Dudley figure, Bubba or Dvon or not, that couldn't do that. This is great. This might be don't quote me on this either, but maybe the only Dvon with his signature chain, which is really cool. I mean, awesome face. Dvon was jacked in this run, so that's pretty cool. The merch shirt there. Dvon on the pant leg. Testify on the other leg. The real sad part about this is a great figure, but we never got Bubba. We saw the, or Brother Ray, if I'm gonna say that correctly, but we saw the prototype that year at a toy fair, I believe, and then Marvel lost the license and the series was dead, and we are left with just one Dudley brother to our name. But this is a tremendous figure. He's a little stiff. I gotta work him in a little bit to get the posing, but I mean, you can do anything you want with this as far as posing. I mean, the knee, check out that knee bend right there. Look at that double jointed knee. I mean, you can do anything. Nice. Oh, my brother. Testify.
These vintage wrestling figures were purchased at the Wrestling Universe, 3429 Francis Lewis Boulevard, Flushing, New York.